Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Chirnside Park for the Bowls Great for Brains tournament. Bowls Great for Brains, great charity. We'll get some commentators on later to explain further on that. But we have the privilege, I believe, of having Australian coach Gary Willis up on the first show rink, and then after this game Karen Murphy is going to jump on and play the second game, so a bit of a thrill for me to be live streaming people of that quality, that's for sure. So there was an auction between the teams to get Gary and or Karen. I don't know how much they actually paid to get them. So we'll find out. So we'll get the game kicked off shortly. Righto, so I've just found out that Chirnside Park in there, they're sort of similar tops, but they've got the mainly blue central stripe down the top. They're the ones that have got Gary on their team. So what I'll do is fix this up, Chirnside Park and Mooralbark. Right, and I'll get the scoreboard up in a second. Now I will be streaming the second camera. Unfortunately, one of my cameras is packed up half an hour before the start of play, so I've got the camera over here. So unfortunately, when we're down this end that you see, that's what will happen. But I do have, I'll have to zoom that in because that's a mile away. So we're just going through our two-end roll-up at the moment. So I'll turn the mic down from the other end just so we don't hear too much of what's going on. So yeah, wonderful day in Melbourne today. Temperature's about 26, 27 degrees, I believe. Now for those watching on Facebook, I don't believe I have the chat up, or I may do. Here we go. Oh yeah, David Clark, good on you, mate. Clarky, good to see you on the stream. So I can see all the comments now, which is handy. So yeah, so I think they've got a two-end roll-up. 2 games of 10 or 12 ends. We'll soon find out. And what I'll do as well, I had everything ready to go, and as per usual, you turn up, plug everything in, and nothing decides to work. So There we go. At least I've now got the scoreboard on that camera. And I'll also get all the overlays up and going. Because normally this camera isn't set up to do the live feeds, but I'm having to use it today because one of my other cameras decided to pack up and not work, which was very nice of it. Typical when it comes to technology. It was working and now it's just decided to pack up and not work at all, so that's okay. Only do what we can do. So yeah, as I said, lovely day in Melbourne. It's about 25, 26 degrees. Barely any wind, which is nice because it was a bit blustery early on, and we thought we might be in a bit of strife with the wind because the plastic out the front here on the show rink can be pretty slick and does get pretty affected by the wind. One of the guys was telling me it was pretty windy here Saturday, which was a bit of a test for all the players, especially when you play on this kind of stuff. It does get a bit testy. So apologies if there is a bit of wind in the background. There's not much I can do about it. I can't control the wind, as you can imagine. So I've been told by one of the guys organising it, we've got a really good turnout of 28 teams, which is fantastic for this very wonderful charitable organisation. As I said, we'll get a few people on a bit later to talk about it further, because I don't want to step in and say something that I shouldn't be saying. I've also got to change over a few things. So if you're wondering why I'm flicking around cameras and things, I'm just getting a couple of things set up. As I said, the camera unexpectedly packed up at the last minute, so I've had to rearrange everything. As I said, this is sort of the view we're going to get once they come down this end. There they all are working out the camera. A lot of people, of course, probably haven't been live streamed before, so I'm sure they'll work it out on the fly, understanding they need to stay away from the camera as much as possible. I will have the pleasure of actually going out and interviewing Gary and Karen Murphy while they're playing, which will be good. First time I've done something like that, go out and interview the players while they're at it, which will be nice, something different for a live stream, I'm sure. Actually, I don't think I've seen a live stream actually interview people while they're playing. So it will be something new, which will be very, very handy, very interesting. So as you will see when I'm out with Gary, I'm wearing all my new Match Jackson Balls stuff, which has been produced by Toddy Simmons, great bloke, plays at Clayton. He owns Hooded Life, which are a great sponsor of mine, so I'm decked out in all my Hooded Life gear. So we'll give him a quick plug now while we're going up the other end. This episode of Match Jackson Balls is proudly brought to you by Hooded Life, your one-stop shop for all your bowling club needs, both on and off the green, in collaboration with Bowlswear Australia. Best service, best products, competitive prices. Go to www.hoodedlife.com
gr8.com.au and get hooded.
So, as they're coming down this end, hopefully I will be able to move the camera about. So, yes, Clarky, yes. Roving Matt live on the mic, exactly right. So, as I said, it'll be something different for our live feed here. Be interesting. And I'll go out and I'm sure I can go out and speak to a few people. As I said, we're getting some wonderful people on commentary as well, which would be good. So we'll be having on Troy Stafford from Henselite and Gr8 Bowls Club. Either Daryl or Paul Cole from Bowls Great for Brains later on. So as I said, they're just going through their roll-ups at the moment, so there's not much to commentate on. So in saying that, I might leave the commentary box for a minute or two, go and get some things organised and then be back. Righto, so they're just finishing up their roll-ups now, and I've been blessed to have a special commentator on for the first couple of ends. Matt Kennedy, CEO of Bowls Australia. Good afternoon, Matt.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Matt. It's,
How are you, mate?
Very good. Very good to be here at a pretty special day.
It is.
It's fantastic.
Very, very special day, and Bowls Australia are backing this, I believe.
Oh, 100%, Matt. I mean, I've only been with the organisation 10 months or so, but one of the great stories I've heard is the evolution of Bowls Gr8 for Brains over the 4 or 5 years, and we're here to support every way we can. I know every sport says it about bringing people together and full inclusion and diversity, but this brings all of that and then so much more about the health and well-being of people that are accessing bowls and really feeding back positively as to how it really impacts their lives. It's just a wonderful story.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. I got involved actually through Happy Bowler. Happy Bowler streamed something or did a quick, special on Facebook, and I follow Happy and found out about it through that way. And then when I heard about the idea that they were doing the tournament here, I put my hand up straight away 3 months ago and said, I'm in, just count me in. I'll definitely stream it, just to give them some exposure.
Thanks heaps for doing that, mate. And it's so special to not streaming here, and you've got players playing with the national coach of the Australian Jackaroos, and with Gary Willis and Karen Murphy, one of the most decorated Australian bowlers ever. It's fantastic, and for them to be able to have it streamed and supported and promoted the way you're doing is just great. Thanks for the support, mate.
It is good, and again, the cause is so special, I believe. That's why I put my hand up straight away, and
100%. And more than any other sport, it's just so true as to what bowls can do for people and bring them together.
Yep.
Easy to learn, hard to master, all of those things. Great challenges, and continually striving to get better and doing it together with other people.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
And that's look, at the end of the day, that's the great thing, and it's the one thing I always say about bowls, just the way it brings old, middle-aged, young, male, female, able-bodied, disabled-bodied, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just such an inclusive sport across the board, and the amount of friends and people you make through the sport is one of the real attractions to it.
Yeah, as I said, a lot of sports say it, but in bowls you can just see it. It's absolutely true, everything you just said. And right from the grassroots up to the elite as well. I mean, throughout Australia there's 1,800 clubs and just, I think over 460,000 bowls club members. So there's this huge community footprint.
Yep.
But that inclusion and that diversity goes all the way to the elite as well. Having just staged the World Bowls Championships in the Gold Coast, one of the biggest thrills was watching our para team win the first ever para overall trophy.
Yeah.
And the talent that was on display was just incredible.
Well, I'm good mates with Lucas Protopapas, as you know, and most people know Lucas, and geez, he's a bloody good bowler.
He is.
He really is. It's always a tough matchup. Whenever he sees me at tournaments, he says, I hope I get you today, and it's like, I hope I don't.
Yeah, he's a great fellow, Lucas. He works in the office one day a week at Bowls Australia, and I think he does a week at Bowls Victoria as well. So he contributes a lot to the sport as well.
The smiling assassin. So I've actually spoken to Lucas. I'm going to get him on my show shortly.
Ah, fantastic. I see he's out there today.
Yes, he's out there.
Heathmont, is it?
Yes.
Heathmont team,
I'd say I saw his mum Carol around, so I'm presuming he's playing with Carol.
I think so.
As per usual.
What a great side. Every rink full.
Yes, that was the great thing, to have 28 teams basically full. They said they could have squeezed in probably another two or four teams, but they're stoked with 28. Absolutely stoked, and I'm sure the charity will make a fair kick out of it.
I hope so. I wasn't here this morning, Matt, but apparently Gary Willis and Karen Murphy put on a bit of a clinic.
Yes. Yeah, I was out here setting up while they were inside, but I did see the outside one. And as a new coach, personally, I picked up a few things.
That's great to hear.
So again, I'll take some of that knowledge and take it back to our club, as I'm sure a lot of people will. Take the knowledge they've gained back to their own clubs.
Yeah, it's all about continuous improvement, isn't it? Just learn a little bit more
Yeah,
every
just
step along the way.
Well, I play with blokes. Some of the guys at our club, I think we've got 3 or 4 of them that are in their 90s now. I've just given them their super veteran badges recently. But even they say, no, we're constantly learning with this game. You just never stop learning. So we've got, as I said, we've got Chirnside Park and Muralbark, and it just happened to be that the Chirnside Park team have ended up with Gary. I don't know whether that was a fluke or on purpose.
Local rivals, I presume?
Yes. Yeah, mate, Muralbark's only literally down the road.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes away from here, so yeah, I'm sure they play each other a fair bit. And as you do with your local clubs, you tend to have a bit of rivalry between the locals. What's John done here? Oh, shot past the head. Dougie Peck snagged shot last bowl, so what's he going to do with this one? I wonder.
What a good thing.
Here's Dougie Peck sending his bowl down. What's he done? Oh, he shot through. It is a bit tricky on this surface, especially with the wind. The wind kicked up as he bowled that then. So it tends to give it a bit of a push.
Always something to adapt to, isn't it?
Yes. So how have you found your 10 months in the top job, mate?
Yeah, look, it's a great job, great role. I'm really thrilled to have gotten met some great people. It's a huge business throughout Australia, Bowls, and we've got, there's no doubt we've got some challenges ahead, but also lots of opportunities to really, I think, tell the story of how much that big footprint of 1,800 bowls clubs throughout Australia really contributes to the community and to society. And so I suppose the beauty of the job is that, and of Bowls Australia's operations, it's everything from the grassroots with our club support managers out in the field, right through to the international, as I said, the World Bowls Championships and the Commonwealth Games. Obviously a lot of uncertainty there at the moment.
Yes.
But there's an enormous amount of things in between those two extremes of the sport, all the pathways, coach development, officiating development, lots of stuff that we really need to have good strategies over the next few years to make sure we're where we want to be.
Would have been a bit of a steep learning curve, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. And it's been such a big events year, and full credit to everybody in years gone by. That events calendar that Bowls Australia has now, the Australian Open on the Gold Coast, we hit our record 3,700 registrations this year. That is one special event that's evolved over time.
Yeah.
Then you've got the BPL each February in Moama and November. Next week? Yep.
Yeah.
Next week in Club Pine Rivers. This year we also had the World Championships. We had the Nationals in Perth just last month. And we had a multi-nations with the likes of South Africa and New Zealand visiting earlier in the year in March. So it's been one big event
after another. Yeah. Oh, as long as it's kept you busy.
Oh, 100%, mate. And hey, worst things to be working on the bowls events, eh?
Talk about being thrown in the deep end.
It's been fantastic. And I think the passion of all the, there's the staff at the national level and the state level, but then also the administrators and the volunteers at club level. It's just infectious.
What's David Hill done here? He's holding 2. He's taken Kitty and just dropped it. Geez, that's stiff to start. So that's one up for Chirnside Park. Not too sure about Gary's bowls there. They weren't all that flash from the national coach's start. That's all right. As I said, one of the wonderful things, I've spoken to Gary and I've spoken to Karen, and I've got a roaming microphone which I'm going to take out soon and go and interview him while he's actually playing, which will be something I haven't seen on a live stream before.
Oh, that'll be great.
Bit of fun.
Very good.
As I said, unfortunately, one of my cameras has decided to pack up and go home 20 minutes before the start of the stream. So that's all right. It's technology for you.
Still looking like a pretty good setup to me, mate.
Yeah, I don't do too many live streams in between coaching, playing, Saturdays, play Tuesdays, train Thursdays, and sort of have a full-time job in between all of that. There's not much time to be doing much else, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's one of the things I've learnt coming to bowls is the amount of time people are willing to give to it on top of all of that because they enjoy it so much.
Yeah. So for those that have been asking, and I know there's plenty of them, I will be doing a show shortly. As I said, I've just been completely run off my feet and haven't done a show for probably 9 months, but I will be kicking one in shortly. Lucas has already said he's going to jump on the show, so we'll probably start up a new segment. I'll probably call it Classy Characters and get the likes of Lucas on there. 'Cause at the end of the day, he's a classy character, Lucas.
Yeah,
But he's one. I don't think there's a more well-known bloke in the bowls community, though.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, everyone's just always walking up to him. How you going? Good to see you again, Lucas, because he does play in a lot of tournaments and things as well, so he gets out and about.
And of course, he's in the National Emerging Para squad.
Yes, yes, which was named this week.
Yes.
The Australian squad. So he's been named in the emerging squad again, which is good. So after those bowls, it looks like Lonnie Morton's holding shot for Muralbark. Couldn't have asked for a better day weather-wise, though.
No, it's
This is
fantastic,
magnificent,
isn't it?
I live streamed the inaugural Johnny Snell tournament at Lilydale.
Okay.
I think it was in May. And, it's freezing.
Right.
Oh, so I'm glad to have a day like today where I'm in shorts and a shirt rather than.
Yeah.
That day I nearly went into the car. I actually bought the doona with me. I knew it'd be
Yeah.
cold, but I didn't think it'd be that cold. And I nearly went out in the car and got it, which would have been funny.
It doesn't get much more pleasant than this.
No. No, so do you play yourself, Matt, or?
Only socially, mate. I haven't been a bowler, I haven't played competition, but I mean, just short distance from my house, there's so many strong, vibrant community bowls clubs. I'm in Northcote, there's Thornbury, there's Fitzroy, there's Brunswick, Fairfield, Alphington. They're all fantastic places to drop in, and there's so much more than bowls clubs, and I think that's the key. That's the key.
I was actually talking to Warren Griffith about that the other day, that I think, and I've noticed, because I'm from around here, so your Mitchams and your Lilydales are now starting to sort of clasp into becoming a community club rather than just a bowls club.
Yeah.
And really embracing the community, doing a lot of community events. I know personally, you walk into Mitcham of a Thursday night, Friday night, and there'll be 15 people at the pub, just general public in there having a beer and chatting with mates. And
that's what makes them special places. It's not this get in, play competition and get out. There's so much more to it, so many other activities and the connection of it all. I've heard some great stuff. I grew up in Croydon. My parents are still there, so I know the area well. And the clubs out here, lots of great initiatives. It's fantastic.
So I think that's the thing. I think bowls clubs have got to look outside of just bowls and bowls functions.
Yep.
And really tap into that local community. And then, the fruits of your labour sort of come from there. If you can tap into the community and become a community hub, then the club prospers. And I have seen that with Mitcham and Lilydale. Their club is, those two clubs especially, are absolutely prospering because they've embraced the local community and the local communities embrace them.
Yeah. And so many bowls clubs do, as I say, so much of them bands and music and
Yeah.
record fairs and functions, and that just adds so much. And in the end, it attracts people to having a roll, and the next thing you know, they're hooked.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's a good bowl coming up here if it's going to stop.
Just a bit.
And it hasn't. They don't listen, Dougie. You should know that. I constantly talk to my bowls, and they never do what they're told. Must be a great thrill for these local bowlers to have the Jackaroos coach playing with them and talking with them and conversing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He's had a good year, Gaz, the world champs. They've taken the men's trophy and the para trophy and overall medal table. It's I know they were thrilled. It's a really it's now a really sophisticated program, the whole high performance program, and the schedule throughout the year, and it's all about having the athletes ready to go when it absolutely counts at the likes of Commonwealth Games and World Champs, and the last two have been great results for the Jackaroos.
I'll just point out there was another shocker by Gary.
After pumping him up.
Yeah,
he was peddling the excuse he hadn't played for 4 months before.
Oh, come on. All right, come on, Gary, you got to do something. Yeah, so Gary's left that a good metre short, so again, that's not helping many people. What's that rule about phones on the green?
Is that Gary?
Gary's on his phone up the other end.
Get the integrity unit on it.
That's a couple of things I'm going to have to stir him up about now. No, it's gone through, so Moral Bark have picked up a few on this end. Oh, they snagged a 4. That's handy.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember. Are they playing 10 ends or are they playing 12, Matt?
I don't know, Matt. I won't guess because I haven't. I shouldn't have been listening to the briefing, shouldn't I?
Well, I should have, but I was too busy trying to get this silly camera up and working, which didn't want to. But I think it's 10, but don't quote me on it. But yeah, for those that don't know and wonder why we're starting sort of so late in the afternoon, Karen and Gary put on a talk for everyone, just on different aspects of the game, and then came out onto the green and went through a few different things that we can all learn from. So that was fantastic. Good opportunity for everybody to learn from the Jackaroos coach and one of the best Australian players that's ever been.
Yeah, I need to memorise Karen's record, but I know every time I go to it, it blows your brain when you read it. Her achievements over her career.
Yeah. Wonder if she's updated her own Wikipedia page.
There we go.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to go through all of those. But she's won the Asia Pacific Bowls Championships more than a few times over the years. World Indoor Bowls Championship in 2012. Commonwealth Games gold medalist 2006. World Outdoor Championships 2008, 2012 and 2016. And that's only the golds, it's not counting the silver and the bronze, so she would almost have to go down as one of the greatest, I would presume.
Yeah. And now giving so much back to others in the pathway, passing on all of her experience.
No, exactly right. I might go and give David a quick nudge and get him off the centre line. Well, it's been great to have you, Matt.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Thanks very much, mate.
Great to meet you and have a chat, and hope you have a great afternoon.
Will do, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Keep doing what you're doing at Bowls Australia. It's great. I'm seeing lots of wonderful things happening and going on, and talking to a few people behind the scenes of what's happening behind the scenes, and not a lot of people know, but you've done well in your first 10 months, mate. So,
cheers, mate.
Keep
Lots
it up.
to do. Thanks,
All right,
Matt.
Thanks,
See
Matt.
ya.
Well, that was fantastic to have the Bowls Australia CEO on the live feed. Fantastic to have him on board. Have a quick chat. Hello, Chris Ward. I know you're watching. Saves me typing back to you. I'd rather just say it over the feed. And Andrew Cullen stirring me up as per normal, but after just telling David to stay off the centre line, he plonks his backside straight back on the centre line. Oh no, he's off it now. He's off. Righto. Now we can actually see what's going on with the bowls. I think that was Dougie Peck's just drawing in a second shot. Johnny Davies done. No, he's cut the head. Had good weight on it, but again, waste of weight. What I call, I constantly do it, waste weight. Good weight and you're wide or you're narrow. Dougie Peck sent another one down. So this wind is starting to actually get up a little bit and start gusting, which is going to make it very tricky for the players. So I think on the next end I'll grab the wireless mic and go and stir Gary Willis up. reckon he deserves to be stirred up a little bit. So I think Mooralbark are holding again. I think they've got two. A bit difficult to know when you don't know people's bowls. Maybe I should pay more attention, but anyway. Here's David Hill. I think that's going to cut the head, and I don't think he's there either. But as I said, this wind's gusting up a bit, and it is coming from behind the players. So here's Gary, and we've heard the excuse. He hasn't played in 4 months, so that's his excuse apparently. He's moving a bit there through that one. So I'm sure you can hear the comments from the other end, hopefully, or a little bit anyway. I'll turn it up a touch. Here comes Gary with his last to try and save the day. Let's see what he's done here. And that's gone well through, so I think this is going to be 2 from Mooralbark. That's the one for Mooralbark. So it jumps them out to a 5-1 lead after 3 ends. Well, I might, once this jack's rolled, I might go out and have a chat with Gary. And as you guys will see, you'll see me in my new Hooded Life outfit. I'll just move this camera around so we can see the kitty properly. And I'll swap microphones. Righto. Hello, 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 hello. What am I doing here? Righto, so I've now swapped over to the cordless microphone. And we'll go out and have a chat with Gary Willis. That's a lovely start there by Ronnie Morton from Mooralbark. No, you're all right, mate. You're all right. I'm just coming out to have a chat with Gary. How are you, mate?
Hey, mate, all right, good.
Mate, lovely bowls so far.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think we're being hustled here, Matt, to be honest. Like, we're down 5-1 at the moment, and these guys have come to play. So, yeah, there's a lot on the line here.
and what about your bowls? I've already heard the excuse.
Yes, yeah.
That you haven't bowled in 4 months.
Well, that's only one excuse. I've got plenty. You know. So, at the moment, I'm playing up to standard all over the place. So, I feel sorry for my teammates, yeah.
No, but a wonderful day out here. You couldn't have asked for a better day to be
it's magic,
out in the sun.
Yeah, no, and that's, you know, you hope for a day like this on such, you know, a day for a good cause. And,
no, exactly.
And
right.
we're all out here trying to raise money for the charity, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
No, it is, mate. It is, and...
I thought you were David Tebbutt.
No.
You know him?
No.
A brilliant bowler.
No, Matt's pretty brilliant too, but yeah.
Yeah, oh, no, I go all right. I played all right Saturday, actually.
Good stuff.
Played a really good one. So we've got our side in Division 2 this year in Melbourne Metro. So
Okay, yeah.
play against the Mooroolbark boys.
Oh, do you?
Yes, play against
okay.
the Mooroolbark top side in Division 2. So no, we will be.
Ah.
Yeah. The Mooroolbark boys are unbeaten, 3-0 after three rounds.
3 rounds, yeah.
Oh,
okay, very good.
So who you play with?
Brainier, I do.
Oh,
David, yeah.
Ron, you're always keen.
So how did you get involved in this, Gary?
In the day itself?
Yeah, in the day itself, yeah.
So I've got to obviously work for Bowls Australia, and I work with Henselite as well, with Ian Patterson and Thomas, and they invited us down, told us about, you know, obviously it's a great initiative, Bowls Great for Brains, and something that Karen and myself wanted to really support and be part of, so really happy to be here.
Yeah, no, that's good, mate, good. And thank you for your time.
No worries at all, yeah, no, it's great, as you say. It's a fantastic, you know, Chirnside Park Country Club's put on a great day. It's fantastic to be out here with a good crowd too, you know, over 100 people for the day, which is great.
Yeah,
for,
full
great
20,
for guys.
full 28 teams, which is good.
Weight's good.
Brian was telling me earlier that they were trying to squeeze in another couple, but I think 28 teams is more than enough.
Yeah, no, they've done well, really well.
So you don't play a lot of bowls then?
No, we finished our pennant season a fair while back now, so I haven't had the opportunity to play bowls too much with the Australian team and world champs and everything. I've had to put them in the cupboard for a little while, so it's good to get out and be around good people like David and the crew, so to throw a few down, even though it's ugly, I'm still enjoying it.
Your bowls, you're talking about?
My bowls are ugly, my bowls very ugly.
Yeah. No, again, Matty was saying before, he saw a couple of your bowls go down and made comment. He said, no, he was telling me he hasn't bowled in 4 months, rah.
It's been a little while, yeah. It's been a little while, but anyway, we'll soldier on. Hopefully we get better before I get worse, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, well, you are on a live feed, mate, so everyone's watching you.
So much pressure, I know, so much pressure, yeah.
No, all right, mate, keep it up and I'll speak to you in a few ends.
Thanks, Matty, well done.
Thanks, David. Yes, and there we go. Gary Willis, head coach of Australia. Interesting concept to be able to go out and interview him live on the green. As I said, I haven't seen that done on a live feed before. So back in the commentary area I am, so I'll switch microphones back. Now, hopefully this wind doesn't affect the presentation too much. It is again gusting up, and I don't wear a headset. I just got a microphone in front of me. It's the wily old Dougie Peck throwing down another good one. There's a few comments going around on the different rinks that the wind's now kicked up and playing a bit of havoc. I don't think it'll be so bad on the back, but can be on the front. I might go and try and snag Lucas shortly. Get him on roving mat or whatever you want to call it. So Gary's still making excuses on the way past. Sitting there having a chat with Johnny Davies, and I'll do me best. I'll do me best. Yeah. But again, it's great that a number of people have put in the time and the effort to come to this tournament. Very rarely do tournaments like this have the likes of a Gary Willis and Karen Murphy coming down and supporting it, but it just shows what a great cause it is. I think David's just moved Kitty back and has brought Chirnside into it. So it should be a fairly easy draw here for Gary. You would think, but of his own account, he's been throwing down rubbish bowls. But his words, not mine. Now this one looks a lot better from Gary. What's he done? Kitty back would be nice, but Kitty sideways is still good by the look of it. Luckily. So Davey's got to try and get through the head here and stir it up, or otherwise they are definitely going down. Ooh, nearly paid off. One of those ones that went the wrong way. I thought he would have come the other hand, to be honest, but he went on the forehand and nearly kicked a shot in, which is not the nicest way of taking shot, but sometimes it happens like that. So let's see what Gary can do on the last. They're now holding one, so he's only just got to draw one close. Here we go. Oh, he's just through. So I think it's one to Chirnside. Having a good think about it. Oh, Chirnside picked up 2 that end, so that makes it 3-5. Gary put down some good bowls then. He was hoping he'd get back into form. So this is going to go short. No, it's not, actually. I thought it would be shorter. So I think the first end they threw it really short, but he has got the mat up a bit this time. That one's ended up a metre short. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me for the blank page in a minute. I'm just copying something across. No. Sorry about that. And one of the guys just pop in to say hello. So I will go and get Troy Stafford shortly. Get him on the feed as well. He was keen to jump on and say hello. I've just lost his monitor. The joys of technical issues while you're doing a live stream. Graham Anderson ran into the front bowl there. Pam from Moorbark. What's she done here? Oh, that's come, slowed it down off that front bowl and got Kitty and kicked it about 1.5 meters back behind the head. So it's anyone's game from here on in.
So we know people watching.
Thank you guys. Whoever's just texted in and said I've misspelt Chirnside, well picked up. There we go. I've just fixed it up.
That's Hayden from Cobden.
Hayden from Cobram. Thank you, mate. Cobden.
Yep.
Thank you, Hayden, for that. I don't know if I can see my chats or not. I'll go and have a look. So I'm getting some of the chats, but not all of them. Oh, yeah. I will share this while I think about it. Forgot to share it to Bowls live streaming. So I might do that now. That'll give us a few more. Views. Switch it around. Share to a group. There we go. So here comes Gary. There's that old school call of get a wick, get a wick, get a wick. Yep, Gary's just snagged shop. Let's see what Davey can do here. He has gone flying through the head here. He gave it a chance, but yeah, probably a touch too wide. He's got to hit his own to stop, which he has, so he's split the two. Look at that. I was actually just being a bit cheeky. I turned the mic off and yelled out about time. Gary gave me the thumbs up. Yeah, 6-end roll up, Gary's just said, which is about right. So Chirnside have evened it all up at 5-all. And Gary's decided to turn up after 6 ends. So I'll change the camera view because the boys, once they change that scoreboard, they're standing right in front of the camera. So as is always the way on tournaments, there's a lot of chatter all over the different greens. Lukey Ingham being one of the louder of the pack. Now, just for those watching, as I stated before, one of my portable cameras has gone down, but I do have a backup plan, so I will have 2 cameras behind or up each end, and then this camera as a side-on view for the second game when Karen comes on board, which would be good. So I think this end's going to be one of those COVID ends. No one wants to go anywhere near it, unfortunately. That's all right. We all have ends like that, except for that Andrew Cullen bloke. Apparently, he doesn't have any bad ends, from what he tells me. Isn't that right, Kelsey? So that's the shot, Jack High. I think that was Graham Anderson put that in. Good one here from Johnny Davies. That's another one. Looks like Chirnside have got 2 at the moment. What's this doing? Is it on the inside? Sit that. That might have snagged a shot. It did. As we saw there from David. Put his hand up to say that was shot. Johnny Davies might have something to say in reply here. He's got to get onto something to stop. No, he sailed through there by about 1.5 metres, so. Once again, absolutely cracking day in this sun. I'm actually under the gazebo, so I don't get burnt to a crisp, because that sun definitely has some kick on it, especially when you're on the green. Dougie Peck nearly got one in there, but didn't. And again, as you just saw there, it's great that Gary's getting involved with the players and having a joke and having a laugh. Look, at the end of the day, he's just like anyone else who enjoys his bowls. Sort of got to get away from the fact that he is the Australian coach. So this is actually a good shot to show his technique from behind. Down it comes. Oh, geez, he has hit form now. Look at this. Slow down. Ooh, just a bit through. But his form has definitely picked up, even by his own standards. This might just pull up on Davey, I think. Yeah, it has. Pulled up about 1 metre short. See what Gary's going to do here. Yeah, I think that might be shot by, yeah, that's shot. So he has hit some good form. Dougie Peck yelling out instructions. He wants Gary's bowl out of there. He's missed the whole lot. Apart from that, they were holding second and third, according to Doug. So that's Chirnside Park with another one. So they're on a bit of a roll. can see my man Lucas over there just getting ready for a bowl as well, so I might swap cameras around. I might go have a chat with Lucas Protopapas. Get him on the live feed, see how he's going. And then after I go and speak to Lucas, I think we'll go and stir Gary up for the old 6 ends now. So he's only got another 3, so I'll go and put some pressure on him. So I'll commentate from my roaming mic for the minute, and then Lucas is just about to play his second bowl, so we'll pop over and say hello to Lucas while it's in the early stages of this end.
Just behind, probably 6 to 9 inches behind.
So just going past a few people. Emu Park, that's an interesting shirt. I haven't seen Emu Park before. And here's the man himself, Lucas Protopapas. How are you, buddy?
Matt, good. How are you?
Good, mate, good. Wearing your right at home shirt.
Yeah, I am today.
Yeah.
I just did something different to wear.
You got any goodies for people or what?
No, not today.
Oh.
Not today.
How come I finally catch up with you at a tournament and I don't get right at home goodies?
No comment.
No comment. So I've been over stirring Gary up. He had a wonderful first 4 or 5 ends and then decided to turn up. How have you been going?
First couple of ends I was okay, and then finally getting my touch now. So
That's good.
Yeah, no, I'm going.
How's the wind? Because in my booth, it seems like the wind's gusting up here, there, and everywhere, all over the place.
No, the wind's
No?
pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I don't feel any wind. I haven't fallen over yet, so there must be no wind at the moment.
And who are you bowling with today? I see your mum Carol's here. Hello, Carol.
Hello.
Yeah, so I've got Mum, Alan Lexon, and Gr8.
Oh, right, eh?
Yeah.
Another Heathmont team.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
Have a game together, so it'll be good.
No, good. And are you up at the moment? The score's 3-8. Who's 3?
We're down. I think we're about 4 down, I think.
Are you playing against the Croydon boys and ladies?
And ladies, yeah. Eastern Rangers rivalry right here.
Yeah, there is. Well, Chirnside are playing Muralbark over there, and I don't know who my boys have got out the back. I think they're playing against the Churns. No, that's not Chirnside. I'll soon find out later on. So wonderful day today, mate. The charity, good charity to get behind and support.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, anything to help the charity out is a big bonus, and it's great to have Gaz and Kaz down from Sydney down in Melbourne. So it's great to have their support, and great for Bowls Great for Brains is a very great charity, and I actually didn't know. I've been working at Bowls Australia, didn't even know they were a charity. So I've already learnt something already.
Well, so, there you go.
Yeah, no, it's good, and always good to see Neil and Will Bowles as well, and a couple old BA.
Where is Neil? I haven't seen him.
He's on the green next to me with his Collingwood Bowls. So it's good to see him, and it's good. It's a great day, and brilliant weather after a long week of pennant. So
yes. Nice and relaxing after a long week of pennant. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
So how are Heathmont going? What are you in the first?
No, I'm in the second side.
Second.
So we had our first win on the weekend, which was nice. Beat Bundura and led all the way and won by 3 shots overall. So got a bit nervous there at one point.
Got a bit tight in the end.
A bit tight, after we had a tight game against Gr8 last week. So
yeah, I know that feeling. We got a bit tight. We got a bit tight against Furniture Gully and
over there.
At home.
Oh.
But somebody mucked up the scoreboard, so I'm playing on the last end, down 2, and the scoreboard said we're only up 2.
Oh, no.
So I started to get a bit nervy, and then they finally fixed up the scoreboard, and we're up 6.
Ooh.
So that took the pressure off a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, good to see you. A lot of people were asking, how's Lucas? What's on the stream? They're saying, go get Lucas. And
Thanks, Matt.
well, you're well known around the place, mate.
Thanks,
Come on,
mate.
you're a very popular bloke. Even Matty Kennedy was having a chat about you before, yes.
Oh, we'll have to go back and listen about that one.
Yeah, no, had Matty on the feed, which was good. So
good.
All right, mate, I'll let you go down the other end.
Thanks, Matt.
No worries. Thanks, Lucas. There we go, Lucas Protopapas from Heathmont. And as Matty said before, works for Bowls Vic and Bowls Australia, and he's always out and about, Lucas, at different tournaments. Very, very friendly bloke and very much the smiling assassin. I don't think I've ever seen him with anything but a smile on his face. Wonderful, wonderful bloke, Lucas is, as many of us all know. So, back to the booth, if you'd call it a booth. It's basically a table underneath a gazebo, but better than nothing. Better than getting your scone burnt, that's for sure. I better change the batteries on that microphone before I head out again. And I might go out and stir Gary up. So we're on to the 7th end here. As I said, after this I'll go and stir Gary up again. Unfortunately we can't see much of the bowls because everyone's standing in front of the camera. I'll go and ask them to move. Give me a second. Yeah, unfortunately, people not used to being on live streams tend to forget that there's a camera there, so you just go up and ask politely, excuse me, gent, do you mind moving aside? As soon as they turn around and said, oh, sorry. That's good. Everyone's friendly in that way, nobody gets offended. Right, Chirnside, another one. So that's 7-5 with 3 to go. So we'll just wait until the jack's thrown down and then I'll go and as I said, go and stir Gary up a bit. And once again, thank you to Hooded Life, of course, my clothing sponsor. So if your club's looking for new club gear, go down and see Toddy Simmons at Hooded Life, and I'm sure he'll well and truly look after you. So we better go out and stir Gary up now. Oh, well, we'll swap microphones. I'll try and get Gary in shot as well while I talk to him. Let's see if the camera's going to sit still with this wind. We'll go and have a chat with Gary again. Mate, it's good to see you finally turned up to play.
Yeah, well, I thought it was about time. I was getting some dirty looks up there, and I was just a bit worried, you know. So,
who is this bloke? What's he doing here? I heard he was a gun.
Well done, mate. Yeah, yes, no, far from a gun, but no, having a good time, and yeah, the green's good. So, boys are having a good time. Yep, happy days.
I was just over talking to Lucas because I sort of thought, oh, geez, the wind's playing up a bit, and Lucas said, no, there's no wind out here.
What's that, reverse psychology or something from Lucas?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was getting a bit blustery, and every so often a bowl would take off where it wasn't meant to go, and thought, oh, the wind's playing funny buggers a little bit. But
he was all right. He's happy.
He said, no, it's not. What wind?
He's cool and calm under pressure, our Lucas, isn't he?
A smiling assassin.
He is. Yeah, that's for sure.
So I went and chatted with him live before just to check in, see how he was going.
Yeah. Is he in front?
No, down 5-8. He was down 3-8, so they must have picked up 2 on the last end. So
you wouldn't know. He'd still have that big smile all over his face, wouldn't he? No matter what.
The bloke does not stop smiling. I've never known anybody to smile as much as Lucas does.
He does. Yeah, he's a good human, that's for sure.
He is indeed. Very popular.
1-1.
But he's always out and about playing tournaments, mate. Every tournament I go to, I'd run into him.
Yeah.
He plays everywhere.
And his mum loves it too, doesn't he? Carol loves it.
Carol loves it.
Good supporter, yeah. So.
No, they're both always out, especially Eastern Ranges tournaments and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, not scared to venture past that either.
Try one down there, mate. How's the superstar Karen Murphy going over there?
I don't know. I haven't gone and sort of ventured out to go and have a look.
Am I coming this side?
Because if I do run out, I've got to be back within the finish to the end, so I can change cameras. The joy of live streaming by yourself, mate. You got to control cameras, control microphones.
That's what it is to be the boss, isn't it? You're the king, so you got to run everything. Yeah.
It is a tough gig doing these live streams by yourself.
You need an apprentice.
I know with Bowls Oz and Bowls Vic, they've got a whole team there. One bloke running the computer, another bloke's commentating. A lot harder when you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah. No, you're doing a good job, mate. Well, this Jack's going to...
That's gone again. And that's, no, it's going to stay.
Bounce,
Ooh.
Very good.
Makes life interesting.
You got another 4 or 5 bowls.
Only one down, John.
So you guys have...
Need a hand, mate. You can play back there, get back there.
They took it away, though.
Johnny's just waiting, of course, with the people walking up and down next door, because it almost is on the boundary line, so he's going to have to go well out wide into the next rink.
Well, let's see what happens. How's your weight?
Probably a touch heavy.
How's the Jack?
Kitty would be nice, though. No, just missed it. Oh, and that would have gone. Yep. That would have made life very difficult for Davey, wouldn't it?
Would have, yeah. Jack out of bounds, re-spot. I think we've got a couple of seconds there.
Oh, you do too.
A little bit of room. Nearly 3 on the tee.
Yeah, I was just looking at that then.
Yep.
It would be. Well, there you go, mate. That's a target for you.
It's a target, yeah. We might see if we'll get John to try and draw one, because Doug won't be far away. He goes pretty good, Doug.
I played against Dougie a fair bit, mate. He goes all right on his... Once he starts firing, he gets right on it.
Draw the shot, mate. Yep.
So what do you like on the drive, mate?
Oh, hit and miss, you know. Yeah,
Like
hit and miss. Yeah, I'll have a go. I'll have a go. If we get one, God knows how it'll come out, but we'll see what happens.
Go on, rip one down. Go on.
I'll tell you what. You might get back to this bowl here, Matty.
Oh, don't know. The slip, yep.
Oh,
And yeah, in there again. Well, you're up on the scoreboard. You're only down one so far. Well, Dougie might plonk another one on just to make it interesting.
Just to make it harder, yeah. I asked him if he had a bus ticket or anything, or a cab charge, or if he wanted one earlier in the game when he was on fire.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Here's the weight.
Bit of grass.
Probably a touch heavy again. Kitty. No. Just cut.
Right, we'll see what happens, Matty.
All right, mate, go on.
Think about it.
Go and have a rip. Go on. I wonder if people are going to start making comment on the live feed now that they want to see Gary have a rip at this. I reckon he's only one down, so it's tempting. And he's 2 up on the scoreboard. Let's see what the man himself does here. Well, look at it from behind, see what his stance is like. I wonder if he'll be conservative, draw first, then maybe have a rip at it. Oh no, I think he's going to have a rip. Unfortunately, I can't see it from behind the head, so... No, it's weighted. It's not... He hasn't ripped it out. To weight... No, it's not even weighted. So I did get it wrong. And he's missed it, so he's still one down. Let's see if he will have a rip at this. This is not a bad bowl by Dave. I don't know if it's got the legs though. Yes, it does. Well, that's 2. Is he going to have a rip this time or not? I reckon he is. But again, I called it last time too and he didn't. Oh, he is. He's having a rip. Oh, he's just absolutely smacked those 2 bowls out of there. I don't know if he's holding or not. Yeah. This looks pretty good by David. He's got to get back in bounds. Look at this, yes. That's a cracking shot for a last. Great bowl. That's 2 to Muralbark. Seven all with 2 to go. Right, hang on, we'll flip the script. There we go. So, Mooroolbark's gone a little bit shorter to try and change it up because I think they've dropped three or four of their last until that one. So, lovely first bowl if he goes with it. Yes, there's a lovely first bowl. Ronnie Morton. Rightio. So hopefully Davey moves a little bit sideways in a minute. So I can't see what's going on. I can see it from this view. And again, Davey's now moved, which is nice. So Graham Anderson looks like he has pulled up a touch short on that, and it might be in a lot of people's line. So I hope you've all enjoyed the innovations that I've brought today so far. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen a live stream of anything where they go out and talk to the participants live, which is always a nice insight into how they're thinking and what they're thinking. And what's Pam done here? Pam's got Kitty out the back, and that's 2 to them. So that hasn't hurt them, I don't think. And as you'll see, Gary's wearing the rather nice Bowls Great for Brains shirts that have been on sale inside for people to buy, but I think a lot of people had them previously anyway. I know one of the guys at our club's got one, and they're very colourful tops. I can't say who they're made by because they're not made by Hooded Life, but no, again, it's a charity shirt, so I don't begrudge anyone getting hold of one. And if you don't know much about the whole concept, I will get one of the guys on the feed to explain what Bowls Great for Brains is all about. So I don't want to. I've got a pretty good idea what it's about, but I don't want to speak out of turn and get it wrong. Getting some good feedback from people about the live chats I'm having with people, which is good. That's Dougie done here, run into that front bowl. Which is going to happen once the jack moves back 3 or 4 metres. You're going to get bowls in front everywhere. Oh, stayed on, so that's handy. Especially after Gary had a drive at the last one. He might be keen for another drive again. Because that last bowl is on. You probably can't see it on the feed itself. There you go, different view. So you can see it just short of the bank. Which gives Gary a couple of options then. Very good, Chrissy Ward. And I'm more than happy for anybody to help me on these live feeds because it is very difficult doing it by yourself, as I alluded to with Gary before. You're clicking buttons and replying to people and changing camera views, commentating at the same time, which is always fun. Ooh. Probably not a good idea to go belting the microphone. Oh, no, I'm just Dougie's standing for you. Good boy, Dougie. Move aside. I wasn't watching to see what Gary did on the first. Too busy trying to get this other camera up and going, which I will do shortly. So we'll get this other camera up and running for Karen's game, hopefully. So the guys, a lot of the guys on the grass have now finished by the look of it, so they're starting to head back. So I'll click over to that camera. Unfortunately, Dougie's stuck his head right in the way. And it's around anyway. Don't know how many that was. They didn't. I was too busy doing something else. See what happens. So it's a 1-2 Moral Hopefully we don't have too many people walking in front of the camera this last end, but we probably will have a few, so you'll have to excuse everybody, because like I said, everyone from the grass up the back has pretty much finished. My Matt Jackson Balls crew haven't finished as yet, so they'd have to be on their last end, I would presume. Rightio, so nope. So we're finishing the end we're on apparently. So I'm just, oh sorry for the thing on the screen there folks, I'll get that off in a tick. So I will have the second camera up and going for the next game, which is good. I just, as you would have quickly seen me mucking around with there, you can see that's now streaming off my iPhone, which is good. Ooh. So as I said earlier, once Mooroolbark and Chirnside Park finish here, Karen Murphy and whoever she's playing for will be on this rink. So there may be a short break in between. So here it comes. Yeah, this head is all over the place, Chris. Absolutely all over the place. I better move the camera up so you can see the jack. There we go. So it got moved back a fair way. So Here goes Dougie Peck. What can Dougie Peck do here? It's a lot easier when you see the bowl actually coming down on the screen, but we'll fix that up before the next game, as I said. Ooh. Wasn't far away there at all. As Gary said, he did offer him a bus ticket or a cab ride home after the first few ends because he was bowling very well. Could not miss, Dougie. And that will be shot. I'm guessing there by John Davies. No, it's out of bounds. See, from this side-on angle, it's hard to tell how far off the boundary peg it is. Can't be far, because that actually looked all right, I thought. So yeah, we will be getting a fair few people coming in front, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I can't do much about it. As we know, stuff happens. Oh, thank you, gents.
That's okay, you don't need any odd bods blocking the cameras.
Wonderful. Well, Davey's just smacked one on there. Oh, he's out. So the jack must be right on the boundary peg. Again, I haven't got. I'm side on, and I can't see the lines clearly enough to sort of know how far it is. Here comes Gary. Oh, turn this thing off. Don't need the ad popping up every time. Oh, great bowl, Gary Willis. There we go. All right. That's why he's paid the big bucks, apparently. So, let's see what Davey can do. Down it comes. Well, he's got the weight right. Can he get Gary? He has to. Got Gary a beauty, so no pressure. No pressure, Gary. No pressure at all here. Here we go, he's having a run. Ooh. And missed it, so Muralbach win this one. So, doesn't matter if you've got a gun on your side or not. So, Chirnside Park with Gary Willis goes down 7-10. So I am going to go and set up the other camera for Karen's game, have a quick break myself, and then we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of the next game. Rightio, so we're back a little bit quicker than expected. Now we've got Healesville and Karen Murphy's got a composite side, so I'll just put K Murphy so we know what's going on there. I'll tidy the scores back to 0, and I think they're straight into it. So yeah, it does look like we're straight into it. So Karen was telling me like Gary Willis, they dropped their first game. So you can have all the champions in the world on your side, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win every game. Go up to there. And Johnny Clark's already standing in front of the camera. I'll go up and mention that he's being live streamed. There we go. I've Johnny Clark, spelt without an E, which is the right way to spell it. I will go and get Mr. Stafford at some stage to jump on and have a chat, and Karen's happy to, like Gary, Karen's happy to chat mid-game, which is nice. So we'll get a few people on this end, or this game. So I hope everybody's enjoying the feed so far. Sorry you have to listen to my dulcet tones on their own all day. That's why I want to try and get another couple of people on. As I said, this is a bit of a composite side. So we've got Liz leading. Annette playing second. She's just put her bowl down now, and here it comes. Probably going to match her first bowl just out wide. Rob is their third, and of course we all know who's skipping on this one. So on the Healesville team, we've got Steve Bould leading, Steve Graham second, Colin Lowe third, and Johnny Clark, and his bowls great for brains top, is the skip. So yeah, very handy bowl that. Oh, it's rolled out. So that sun's now got a fair bit of sting in it. So I may have to move the table because it's now encroaching on the table here, so I don't want things to overheat and die off. So give me a tick, folks, and I'll be back in a minute. There we go, that'll keep me out of the sun for another 15-20 minutes. Yeah, that's a nice bowl there by Bob. As you'll see, the other joy of this live stream is they've unfortunately got polls right behind the numbers. As you'll goes Johnny Clark, who actually just told me his son's name's Matt, so there you go. I think it's bad enough that there's one Matt Clark running around the place. There's actually two. Giving this a decent chance. I think she might be a touch skinny though, is all. Yes, she is. She had good weight. Yeah, good bowl there by John. That might be two now. Here comes Karen. She's got a bit of weight behind it too, so she's going to give it a good chance to sneak it out the back, and she has. She's got Kitty cleanish. Sent it into the back corner. Yeah, so that's one to Karen's team. And they've forgotten the mat. Righto, so at least I've got the mic set up from this view. And then when I go out in a couple of ends and interview Karen, I'll go from side on view like we did with Gary, which was nice. Again, we appreciate the time that Gary and Karen have put their hands up for this wonderful event. It's great that they've put aside their time. Here goes Lizzie with her first bowl. As I said, we are a touch off centre this end, but at least we've got a camera up this end now. I was going to speak very highly of the Logitech Mevo cameras, which I use, which are completely wireless cameras. But as I said earlier, one of them's packed up and given up the ghost just before the start of play. It was working, and then it decided not to at the last minute, so that's all right. It wasn't probably until about an hour through that I thought, oh, hang on, I've got an iPhone in my bag, so that's what's up this end, giving you these views. Here's Liz's bowls cooking along again, so that's 3 bowls in the drink. Unfortunate start. But again, they've just come off the grass, so it's going to take them a little while to adjust to this. G'day, Gary Ingley. How are you, mate? And don't worry about it, Clarky. I've already spoken to Karen. She said I can hang it on her for not so great bowls, but she's put down 2 decent ones to start, unlike Gary. But she was saying before that she did the same. Took her about 6 or 7 ends to get going. So, which just goes to show they're human like the rest of us. Come on, run on. It's pulled up about a metre short. Stevie Graham here. Gets around it, it'll be a good bowl. It would have been a cracking bowl if he just got around it, but he didn't. So this is basically the view that I get. Yeah, Karen will be nice enough to join us later on for an end or two. I might actually go and have a chat to my boys shortly. So hello, see how they're going. They actually weren't sure what shirts to wear, so one of them's got the MJB top on and the other 3 don't. That's all right. Sort of a Match Jackson Balls team / Bronia team, so good to represent our home side. And they are playing Moorbach, no, Lilydale. They're all pulling up short. I think they've seen the first 3 bowls go in the drink and they're all a bit tentative not to do the same. Which tends to happen. Down comes Rob's bowl. He's been called on the backhand. He's got to try and sneak. He's not going to sneak through there, is he? Oof. No, I think he's hit Annette's bowl up. I don't know if it's shot though. It might be from this camera angle. From my view, it's a little bit more difficult to pick. Alright, so here we go into the changeover. Karen will be up first. I think Karen's going to be short on weight as well. Yeah, it's a good 2 metre short. Once again, even the champions struggle at times. So if you blink, you miss Karen putting the bowl down, so down comes her bowl now. See if she's added 2 metres of weight, and she's got to get through the hole, but I think she's bumped another shot in, so that might have helped them. So again, it's still drawable on that forehand side, which is where I think, yes, Johnny's coming down that way. He's got to somehow get through this minefield. Got to get past it. No, he didn't. So I think Karen's squad might have picked up 2 here. We see the man himself, Troy Stafford, heading this way. Oh, we've been joined by the one and only Troy Stafford, who's representing Henselite today. How are you, mate?
Good, Matt. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. Sitting back and enjoying the bowls.
Beautiful day today. Absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely cracking day. I'm glad I'm under this gazebo, I'll tell you. Otherwise it'd be frying sitting out in the sun.
Yeah, they're getting a bit warm out there. The drinks are flowing, which is always good.
Yes.
And it's been a great day so far, and not over yet. Raising lots of money for charity.
No, well that's what it's about at the end of the day. So I was hoping to get a couple of the Bowls Gr8 for Brains boys over here, but I think they're all playing.
Yeah, they're all in the team. They're all out there on about Rick 6, I think.
That's what I thought. So you'd know a bit about Bowls Gr8 for Brains, so you can sort of fill us in on what it's all about.
So the charity was started by a gentleman, Daryl, who is out there playing, and he's the chairman of the organisation. He's an ex-policeman and suffered PTSD from some of the horrific sorts of things that he will have been exposed to over his time, and it affected him quite badly, affected his marriage and things like that, relationships with people, and he was in a pretty dark place, and somehow, I'm not too certain of this, but somehow he found the game of bowls, and he openly states that it saved his life.
Yep.
And he sort of figured if he can save my life, I'm not the only person out there suffering these sorts of things. All sort of first responders and all that sort of stuff. There's plenty of people that have seen and experienced some pretty horrible things. And if it's done something good for me, maybe it could do something good for other people. And that's where the charity started. He's from up on the border, Albury-Wodonga, so they sort of set up a chapter up there, got it going really well. And then there's one up somewhere in New South Wales along the coast. And then something got set up here at Chirnside Park. And it was through a conversation that I had with my boss, Ian Patterson. He wanted to set up some sort of a big event to raise money.
Yep. And
that's where the concept of this came, utilising the national coach and assistant coach are both contracted players at Henselite. So utilising them to do a coaching clinic for people, then have some bowls, and then have lots of auctions and raffles, just trying to make it. The day's about charity at the end of the day. Yes, there will be winners and losers out of the bowls, but that's all secondary to the fact that we're here to raise money for the charity.
That's exactly right, and it's first responders and defence, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's all the defence force, and then you've got ambulance, fire, police, all those sorts of people that are involved in, witnessing some pretty horrific stuff.
Yeah.
So I know that any time Daryl speaks, he's just very humbled by the support that people in the bowls community have given to it. He's certainly humbled by the support that Henselite has provided for the charity, and he just does a mountain of work to try and get the name of Bowls Great for Brains out there and get more people playing bowls, and because I've been playing for 30 years and there's just so much that bowls can provide. You've got your elite players and it provides a great opportunity for them to achieve. You've got people who just want to play from a social perspective, and you've got people who, in Daryl's case, it's saved their life.
And that's why it's such a wonderful charity to have something like that set up for first responders and defence and things. So I've heard it's just nice to gather with people in similar situations, and I heard, they come out and they play bowls, but then it gives them all a chance to socially sit back, talk to people that have been through pretty similar things, and have a chat and be able to work through individual problems. And
they describe it as a safe environment. They're all close mates, but having said that, they all rib each other and hang it on each other and have really good banter. But at the end of the day, if one of them's down, then they pick that person up and they support them, and they're just a great support network for each other.
And so, how long's Henselite been involved with them?
A little over 12 months, maybe 18 months.
Yep.
So Ian Patterson, who's the owner of Henselite, chairman of Henselite, is on the board of Bowls Great for Brains. He just got introduced to Daryl and heard his story and just said, I need to get behind this cause. This is something that is just so worthwhile that we need to be involved in it. And there's been a lot of people put a mountain of work in to get this day up and going. And it's just great to see so many people here enjoying their day and contributing to the charity. Yeah, there's plenty of people out enjoying. We've got our Baronia blokes here. I'm sure Croydon have put in a couple of sides. Yeah, there's Croydon and there's Murrelbach, and then you got people from Wonthaggi. There's Yarra Glen out there. Healesville. There's Ringwood. There's Healesville. There's Heathmont. Saw a bloke running around Bandura. Emu Park top. Yeah, not sure where that is. You got Mulgrave Country Club. There's people from all sorts of clubs, which is absolutely fantastic to see. I'm a big advocate for all the coloured clothing, and when I first started, there was none of that. No. You mentioned Baronia. That was my first club 30 years ago, and we just had white, and everyone still got white, mate. Had black bowls, and I started with a
Yeah.
size 0 super grips that the club lent me
Yeah, righto.
back in '94.
Yeah. No, I started with the classic 2s.
Yep, that was the first set of bowls I ever bought were classic 2s.
Yep.
And I've only ever used Henselite bowls. So I've gone through the range. I went from classic 2 to ABT, 2000 to Dreamline XG, and
Yep.
yes, I work for the company, but regardless of that, I've used Henselite bowls for 30 years and only ever would.
Yep.
It's a brand that I've always been passionate about and associate myself with because I just believe in the product, and
Yep.
to be able to work for the company that you have that sort of alignment with is I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'd be happy going to work every day, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, most days.
Most days you get every day, every job has its moments,
Yeah,
but no, I'm very, very lucky to have this job. Yeah.
What's Karen done here? Nothing again. Yeah, she's going to get a ribbing.
A little bit loose that head, I think there.
Just a touch. Doesn't look real flush on the screen. Looks a bit tighter from here, but we're halfway down the rink. But looking on the screen, they're a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
You get hands like that.
Absolutely.
And
they've just come off the grass, these teams,
Yeah,
so there's a bit of adjustment to change surfaces. Not sure what the grass is running, but probably not as quick as the carpet, I wouldn't think.
No. That's a bit long. Going that far away could be an account, who knows? Yeah, as I said before, you blink and you miss Karen's delivery.
It's as
doesn't
good
muck
as
around.
it's as good as the delivery as you'll find.
Yeah.
Very, very compact, very smooth. I think a lot of
Like
people.
she's tight again.
Yeah, a lot of people have modelled their game on Karen Murphy's style.
Yep.
Karen Murphy's demeanour.
Yep.
Very, very positive. You'll always hear her on a green. If anyone's watched the BPL, even if she's not on the green and she's on the sidelines with the Sydney Lions, you'll always hear her shouting out encouragement and
Yep.
acknowledgement, and that she's just a very, very positive person and a great advocate for the sport and
Yes.
for Henselite.
Yeah, Matt Kennedy and I were looking at her accomplishments before, and they're too many to read out, mate. She's basically done everything.
Yeah, she's got a very long list of achievements, and you don't get that by luck. You get it by hard work and good management.
We'll just wait for the count here and then continue on.
Do we know if she won her first game, Matt?
No, she lost her first.
Ooh.
So her and Gary both dropped their first games.
So we.
So they paid all that money to have them.
Yeah, we ran a raffle before any entries came out for the tournament, and the winner of the raffle received a set of Henselite bowls and the opportunity to have Gary Willis, national coach, in their team. And
Yep.
second place got Karen Murphy. Well,
Which has done them no good whatsoever.
no, so maybe they were better off. Apart from getting a free set of bowls, maybe
The free set of bowls would have been.
It's a pretty good deal.
You'd be happy to walk away with a free set of bowls.
Yeah, but maybe other than that,
No.
not a good prize.
Nah.
We might have to.
No, Gary wasn't happy with his first. Karen definitely
Karen's
wasn't.
wandering over here.
She's
We're just
wondering,
saying
oh, here we go.
How poor a prize it was to win Karen Murphy in their team because she couldn't get them over the line.
I feel sorry for him. Actually, it's a really nice carpet. It's actually quite true. So,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
What's the grass running?
It's probably a good 15, I reckon.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I reckon.
Nice. And similar pace to the carpet then?
Yeah, some carpets are heavy, they're like a bit pushy.
No, but is this one similar to the grass? What's this running?
Maybe a little bit quicker.
Okay.
I reckon the grass was probably 14, this is a good 15, I'd say.
Right, yeah. Can't complain about that?
No. And when it's nice and true, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
guys have started well on this, which is good. So,
Yeah. Well, I'll come out and grab you when you go back down, and I'll come out and say hello.
Sounds good. Great catch up, Lizzie. She keeps hitting me out of the head. I keep reminding her we're on the same team.
It is getting pretty warm out there, mate. When I was out there talking to Gary, I thought, geez, I'm almost thankful I'm down under this gazebo and not in that sun all day.
And you also find on the carpet, it
Gets a lot
radiates
hotter,
the heat. So it actually makes it worse when you play on carpet, the heat.
Well, we had a day last year, I think it was, we went and trained at Ferntree Gully because we had a game at Monbulk. And we thought, well, we'll go and train on something similar.
Yep.
It was 36 degrees outside, and I got the heat gun from work, and it was 54 degrees on the green, the surface temp. And you could actually feel it coming up through your ankles and your legs. It burnt.
Yeah, they do that at the tennis. They have the outside temperature and the court temperature, and it's stifling.
And that's, I think, what a lot of people don't realise. It's not so much the outside temperature, it's the temperature that's coming up from underneath. With your tennis and with bowls, it's the temperature coming up from the surface that gets you.
Yep.
So, a lot of people enjoying refreshments of different types. At least staying hydrated, which is good.
Yep.
Need to on a day like today.
That's it.
So, how's Croydon travelling so far? Round 3?
Yeah, we've had 3 cliffhangers. We dropped the first one by 4 shots, and then the last 2 we've won them both by 1 shot.
Ooh.
So we've 2 weeks ago at Heathmont, the only end we led for was the 84th.
Yep.
And got over the line. And then on Saturday, this Saturday gone against Yarra Glen, we trailed for probably at least 3 quarters of the game.
Yep.
They probably had us by at least 15 at one point. And then we managed to just sort of get in front, and we were two up last end, and they dropped to 1, and yeah, we had 2 one-shot victories in a row.
Yeah, nice.
So you got to win them, and
yeah,
they could be the difference.
You'd prefer not to be in that situation to begin with, but
no, but it
does happen.
The fact that you can get yourself out of that situation, especially trailing all day,
yep,
is actually character building, and it's good signs, and it's also the points that you can bank now. You're not relying on at the end of the season where you need to get them. So
no, exactly right.
Whereas if you drop by a shot or a few shots, it makes that next game even more important. And if you drop that, it makes it really tough.
And that's when you start feeling the pressure yourself.
Yeah, so we're certainly not getting ahead of ourselves. We know we've got our work cut up against it this year.
Yep.
But every win we can get is one that's in the bank, and we could move on to the next week. But yeah,
because you guys unfortunately lost a few out of your
we
top
did lose
side,
a few, so does make it challenging, but gives people. I'm a positive person. It gives a lot of people in our club opportunities to step up, whether it's step up a position, step up a side into the top side, or into the second side or third side. There's always a positive spin you can put on things, and we've already found some people that perhaps weren't in the top side last year that are in and playing really well.
Yep.
So if we don't give them those opportunities, we don't find that out. So
no,
there's still a lot of positives to be gained, but we're just the old 1 week at a time.
Yes, very true, very true.
And Baronia, how are you guys going?
Yeah, very good, mate. I started, so at the start of the year I had a players meeting and announced that the old president shout was back, but I'd renamed it coach's shout. So if all 3 teams got up, instead of the president shouting, who never did, the old coach dips into his pocket, and it's happened twice in 3 weeks.
Wow. Gee, that's a good problem to have.
I've been there 5 years. It's only happened twice in 5 years, so I thought I was pretty safe.
Yeah.
Calling it. I thought it'll cost me once.
Yep.
And it's cost me twice in 3 weeks, so I think that might be put on hold for a little while if it keeps up. But no, our top side's 2-1. I think all our sides are 2-1, to be honest, which is a good start. And there's just a really good buzz around the club. People are now starting to stay back, waiting for the away teams to get home, which never really happened. If you were playing at home, a lot of people tend to jump in the car and off they went.
Yep.
So there's a real interest across the board, both on Saturdays and I know a lot of people don't care, but I'm playing Tuesdays as well, so trying to lead that team into a better division. And yeah, they're just a real good club vibe now.
Good.
Everyone's interested in what everyone else is doing, so
nice.
It creates a very nice buzz. So, and again, you know, if it feels good around the club, you tend to bowl a bit better, and it's really starting to show in the results.
Yeah.
So hopefully we keep it up. Our aim's to sort of stay, our top side to sort of stay in Division 2 this year.
Yep.
We're definitely not a Division 1 side, so we hold no illusions there, but we can, if we hold in Div 2 and maybe get 1 or 2 more people next year, because we've got a few coming up through the ranks, only new bowlers, and they look promising, so things are looking good down at the club, mate.
Excellent.
So I don't know. I think Hillsville might be holding here, but
This one's just a little wide and
wide
heavy.
and long.
Just let's have a look at Karen Murphy's style here. Very smooth.
Well,
You got part of it.
Bit hard to see her when Johnny's standing away, but that's all right. Oh yeah, that's
looking
home.
good.
Look
This
at that.
one.
There you go.
Yeah. Showing her class there. We
Yes.
gave her a bit of a ribbing, and she responded well.
Yeah, Gary was the same. I went and stirred him up after about the 4th or 5th end, and he just said, "I'm playing horrible." I said, "You don't need to tell me. Everyone on the feed's watching." And then he came good, mate.
And did he win?
No.
No. Oh.
But again, as you know, it is difficult skipping with
Yep.
a lot of bowls in the way, and
people you're not familiar with.
That's
Don't
exactly
know
right.
Their strengths.
No.
Beautiful weight there by the Hillsville skip, just slightly under the head.
And there again, blinked, and Karen's got the bowl 3/4 of the way down. Get up. Get up.
Yeah,
Yep,
good
she's
enough.
in. 3. Oh no. That gets him out to a nice 6-1 lead.
Going for there's a best game winner here for the second game, so anyone that's lost their
Oh, there is?
first, yep.
Righto.
There's money still up for grabs.
Good. I don't think Karen needs to be chasing money, does she?
No, she's doing all right. She's doing all right. She's done well out of her bowls, and her husband has a very successful scaffolding, I think it is, business.
Oh, righto.
On the around, just around the Wollongong area.
Yep. All right. Get the zoom out so we can see.
Played with her husband last year at the Australian Open in the 4s.
Oh, righto. Yep.
Paul Rook.
Yep.
Good fella. Good fella.
So here's Lizzie from Ringwood.
She was president or chairman there for a while, I believe.
I think I've played against Lizzie at night penning a few times.
A little heavy-handed here.
Yep. A few of them have been. I think it was the end just before you got here, and the jack was on the tee up the other end. And the first 3 bowls went straight in the drink, and then everyone was dropping it a metre and a half short because they were too scared to go near it.
Yeah, the old overcorrection. And when a green is, as Karen says, running 15 plus, a correction of a yard or 2 is very, very minor. And most people tend to overcorrect.
And it's a hard thing to coach, isn't it?
It is. It's experience. Weight is experience. And when I first started, I got told I can't teach you weight, but I believe you can. And there's a few little techniques I talk about in terms of height of stance, placement of bowl, speed of backswing, all that sort of stuff. Is the way to teach weight. So and Karen sort of reiterated what I talked about when they had the coaching clinic this morning on a fast green. It's low and slow.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to teach a few people at our club, just slow everything down. If you're finding you're heavy and you're continually heavy, just slow everything down a notch. Because I think that's the difficult thing for a lot of the up-and-coming bowlers. They'll see Karen Murphy get on and off the mat within a split second and think, I've got to do exactly the same thing. They tend to be quick but heavy.
Yeah, but it's second nature for them. So
that's right. They've been doing it for 30, 40 years.
Down 1 million deliveries or whatever the number is, and it's just all automatic.
Yep.
So when you do anything for the first time or you learn anything new, you've got to consciously do it.
Yep.
The more repetition you get, you start to put that memory into the subconscious, and you don't actually think about it.
No, just becomes muscle memory basically.
Yeah, and that's what they do, the top guys. Great bowl there from Kaz's second.
Annette, yes.
Who was the raffle winner in that team, do we know?
Don't know, to be honest,
Not
mate.
sure?
No. Well, this could do something here. Kitty, gone.
Yep.
And almost in the drink.
Almost. Big difference to Jack staying just on the green to going in.
You prefer it in that on that occasion.
You do if you're the team that trails it.
Yep.
If you're the team that's down, you prefer it on the
there,
green,
so
because
you can
obviously
put it-
you can touch it, but also you can see it.
Yep.
And it's one of those things they talk about. When a bowl hides the jack, it just makes it harder.
Yep.
It shouldn't really, but we just need to see our target area. And this is not far away either.
Oh, got it. Oh, well, that'll be shot though, I reckon.
I think it would, because she's touched it.
She's nicked it on the way through.
2 crackers there. 3 crackers in a row.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the difference. If that jack was in the ditch,
yep,
her bowl's out of play, because she can't touch that jack.
Yep. That's going to be the hard thing too. If anyone does snag Kitty, they're potentially going to fall on top of that bowl and kick sideways.
Yeah, so it makes it far more challenging for the Hillsfield guys now, unless they can cut it sideways and get it to their toucher that they have. Karen asking Rob just to touch that jack in the ditch and put the lights out.
As we know, easier said than done, though.
Absolutely, it's a very small target from a long distance. I don't think he's quite got the weight here.
Yeah.
Nailed his line.
So he's 1.5 meters, nearly 2 short. But again, that's the thinking of the top line bowlers, isn't it? Just come in, put it, just draw it in into the drink.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just about respecting your opponent and saying we've got to get in first.
Yeah.
Because we think they're going to get it and we can't afford them to get it. We've got to get it.
Yeah. Now let's open the door up a little bit. Should be right drawing around it, I would think. You can't half hear Ronnie Dalton out the back, can you?
No. Oh, this might sit on that toucher.
Sit that toucher out.
Yes.
Wow. Wow,
and his cheer squad has gone nuts. Don't know if your microphones picked that up, but there was plenty of cheers there from his support crew.
Karen's got a big smile on her face. She was quite happy with it.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you be?
Just a bit quick here.
Yeah. So I had a few people looking at Henselite bowls I saw before.
Yeah, sold a couple of sets today.
Yeah,
and
good.
A few pairs of shoes. We've got a new range of what's called Athletica shoes.
Yep.
Really lightweight, really comfortable shoes. Sold a few of those and a few Henselite shirts. And yeah, so we'll be opening it after the bowl's finished and might sell a few more products, which will be nice.
Yep. kind of nice sometimes sitting back actually watching bowls, though.
Yeah, I did a bit of it for a while. I broke a finger and didn't play for a while, and
Oh, that was last year, wasn't it?
oh no, about 3 or 4 years ago.
Righto.
And whilst I got to see a lot and learn a lot, I'd rather have been out there.
Yeah, I don't mind sitting for a day. I couldn't sit for weeks on end watching bowls.
No, I did it for a
endlessly.
couple
Do my head in.
couple of months of not playing pennant.
Yeah. One of our blokes at Gr8 is playing with a broken finger at the moment in his delivery hand.
Yeah, right. It's not
Keen.
easy.
No.
I came back and used a set of zeros
Yeah, righto.
just because I couldn't hold the bowl properly.
Yep. No, I keep forgetting I'm a pretty rigorous handshaker, and he keeps going, me finger! Oh, shit, sorry, mate.
Looks like he's trying to run the jack
he's
in
trying
here,
to
I
run
think.
the jack in.
Just
Not on
a
that
bit
line.
wide.
Yeah.
A lot of people on the carpets, they play their runners too wide
Yeah.
because it's fairly quick, but the bowl doesn't come back.
The bowl doesn't come back as far.
It doesn't come back till the weight starts coming off.
No. Oh, Karen's carrying a bit of weight here. She's going to whack her own up here for another one. It's got to stay. Stay out. Oh, oh, oh.
I think she was just trying to pot that jack. Get the bowl. If they get the bowl, they might come off the bowl and get the jack anyway.
Yeah. He's coming up on the forehand side, so he's going to have a decent run at it.
He's got plenty of weight.
It's turning now, though.
Yeah, just under the line.
2 shots. There we go.
8-1 lead. They're very keen for that best game winner, I think.
Right, I'm going to have to go and I'll go and have a chat with Karen. Thanks very much for jumping on, mate.
No problem.
Champion
Pleasure.
So that was Troy Stafford, and I'm going to go out and stir Karen up. Righto. Yep. Now, hang on, they rolled the jack short-ish, so we'll get on to Karen here, hopefully keep her in view. I'll force her to walk forward a couple of steps.
Annette! 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 You do the board, please, mate? The board! That'll help.
How you going, Karen?
Hey, Mark. Hey, Matty. How you going?
Good. Enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's good. What a day. We've had a really good day. It's a shame it's going to end.
Yeah, it's been cracker weather-wise. I'm glad I'm under that gazebo, though, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Getting a bit warm out here.
The breeze is actually helping, so it's been, it's just sort of cooling us down a bit, but it's not too hot. It's good.
How's your own bowling form? Everyone's seen it, so you can't lie.
Well, yeah, some good ones, but I think I'm liking the carpet. It's good. Yeah, nice.
How was the green out the back?
Yeah, it was good too. I wouldn't make a great greyhound. I didn't get out of the gates quick, but a bit like Gaz apparently in the.
Oh, Gary had a shock at the first 5 innings.
Yeah, I was the same.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know why. He's a slow starter.
So these people have paid good money for you guys to turn up halfway through the day.
Yeah, well, halfway through the first game, I feel like I've got better as the day's gone on, Matty, which is good. So
that's the aim, and very good of you to put yourself out, give you time. So I know I was just talking to Troy then. I know Henselite and Bowls Gr8 for Brains are very appreciative of you and Gary coming down and.
Yeah, no problems. It's been a really good day. So yeah, an initiative that I've had a little bit to do with over the years too. So love what they do, and of course, it's proudly supported by Henselite. So they were good enough to bring us down here for it. So
Bowls Oz, of course. I was talking to Matty Kennedy earlier in the day. He jumped on the feed for a bit. So
Gaz and I took a leave day today, holidays, to come down and do it. So yeah,
You wouldn't happen to be going to the Cup tomorrow?
I'm a bit disappointed. Who leaves? Flies out of Melbourne Cup morning. I don't know. Me.
Who organised that?
Yeah, I did. I'm a bit disappointed, but yeah, I've got to get back.
No, fair enough. No, and it's good to see you bowling with regular Joes from the street. It's no doubt.
Some Lynette and Robert from Heathmont, and I think Lizzie's from Ringwood.
Lizzie's Ringwood, yeah.
So. I haven't been to this area before either too much, sort of thing. So it's nice to come out
the Eastern Ranges way. Yeah.
No, I haven't. So good to get out here and have a bit of a look around. A few nice sort of vineyards and nice, places. Really.
Have you been out to the Yarra Valley?
Yeah, stayed out there. We didn't partake in any of the local, product.
So you're staying out of the Yarra Valley, but didn't go any of the wineries or partake?
No, I'm a good girl, Maddie. So.
Oh, come on now.
No. So we're strapped for time. So.
Fly in, fly out type thing.
It is, and most of the trips we do are always like that. Like you don't, when you travel a lot, but you don't ever really get to see much between the motel and the bowls club all the time. But. But that's all good. So, we've got BPL next week with the Sydney Lions. So, looking forward to joining Benjamin Twist and Aaron Wilson next week. We've got Steve Glasson as our coach again. So, he doesn't do much. He sort of sits on the sideline.
Us coaches don't.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do much. So, and then he puts signs up when he shouldn't, and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, he's pretty funny. Yeah, he's pretty funny.
I'll keep an eye on that next week when it's on.
One year in BPL, we did really badly. Anyway, the start of the game started, and we couldn't find him. We didn't know where he was. Anyway, right opposite the ring in the grandstands, there was this guy with a big Mexican hat and like a wig on, and some weird shirt on it, and he was just sitting there really, really cool, right? Wasn't clapping, wasn't watching or anything like that. And we're still looking around going, where's Glass? Anyway, first set finished, and he's dressed up, sitting in the stands, just watching us.
Oh, no.
Like a creepy guy. We thought it was hilarious.
That would have lightened you up a bit.
It was pretty funny because things hadn't been going great. So
sometimes you need to have a laugh, I reckon.
He's got a good sense of humour, the big fella. So it was pretty funny.
All right, well I better let you go. I'll catch up with you in probably another 4 ends, just when it's getting tight, just to put the pressure on you. No worries. Good to have Karen Murphy on the feed, and Gary and Karen have been very accommodating with allowing me to interview them live on the greens. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's something I haven't seen on a live feed before, but definitely something I'll continue to do in future feeds for sure. I did a live stream of the Eastern Ranges, one of the Eastern Ranges finals a while ago, and I was due to do that, but unfortunately technical issues prohibited me from doing it on that day. But it's a little bit hard to get all your stuff working when you're only streaming once every 3 or 4 months. So I think Karen's team here is holding shot. I think Annette's holding shot. Karen's coming in a bit hot, but if she sits something like that, yeah, that's 2. Bob's just put his 2 fingers up, if you know what I mean, just to say they're 2 up. Again, very handy having the lights of Karen Murphy on your side. And like she said, she's starting to enjoy this carpet. You probably can't see this, but Johnny Clark's well short there. Good 2 metres short, right line, but no good when you're 2 metres short. So I think I'm going to have a break in a minute and move this table again. Oh, there we go. Karen snuck through the hole. So that's 3. And as I said, what a thrill for these local bowlers to be able to bowl with the likes of it. Karen Murphy. Be a great thrill to, be running past as it did then and getting high fives off someone of the ilk of Karen. Now, thought he might have snuck through the hole. Now, I think that's Liz's bowls. So that's 4 there, I reckon. Which will be very handy. That's 4, and then they're just having a look. 4, there we go. So that makes it 12-1 after 5. No, after 6. So Karen's composite team's doing very well here. And again, thanks to Troy Stafford for coming and having a chat with us. It was really nice of him to do that. So we will. No, I'm all right, thanks, mate. Yeah, thanks, buddy. So here we go. I might be able to zoom in on this one now. Now we've got Karen forgetting she's on a live feed. All right, I might go for a wander. I'm just seeing who's skipping my Baronian mob. Wayne Gunston. I might go and have a chat with Wayne. He's never short for a word, so. So we'll wander around and see how my boys are going. They're on the front green, on the front carpet as well, so I don't have to travel far, which is good. So I can still keep an eye on Karen and Hillsville's game here. Get around that, Liz. No. It's all right. See who we can track down here. Oh, yeah, great turnout. Lots of teams. Oh, there's Wonthaggi. There's the Wonthaggi boys. Some MCC people as well. Fitzroy. So, no, it's all right, Lucas. We've spoken to you. I'm going to speak to my mate Wayne down here.
Max, got a big defender.
I don't think he knows I'm standing behind him, but he soon will find out.
Between these two. The length is great.
Now it's getting pretty blustery. Hello, Mr. Wayne Gunston. How are you, sir?
Yeah, pretty good, Matt. Just watching Jono draw right in. Come on, Jono. Come on, Jono. Oh, what a mate.
See, the coach has turned up and he's spanks it straight on, mate. See?
Well, and, one of the selectors is here as well, Matt, so just he's putting on a show. But we're struggling a little bit, a few down this game, but we'll see what we can do. We've got a few ends to go.
How'd you go on your first?
We got rolled by 5 by the Bowls Great for Brains boys, so we're okay.
Well, you don't mind that?
We're okay with that. We're okay with that. But enjoying the day. The coaching session was really great, and just enjoying the company with the Lilydale boys in the second game.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a couple of teams from Lilydale have come down, which is good.
We're the CFA. We're the Lilydale CFA.
Oh, Lilydale CFA boys.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Good to have you down here.
Thanks.
Bring him in, right.
And you've been going all right?
Been a good day. Yeah, we won there first.
Oh, you won your first?
In Bandura.
Yep.
And we're hoping we can get up here. Hoping.
I can ask nicely, but I'll probably get told no. I am the coach, though. I do have a little bit of say.
Coach of?
Bronia.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, righto. Well, I'll lay down, will I?
No, I might ask them to lay down.
Any money? Sorry, mate.
It's the CFA boys, Wayne. You've got to have a think about that too. So you've played the
coach is putting me off.
You've played the Bowls Great for Brains boys and given them a leg up.
Yeah, we did.
And now you've got the Lilydale CFA here, so you've got to do the right thing, don't you?
I don't think they need us to lay down. They're 3 up with 4 ends to go. They've been bowling quite well. So, yeah, they may not need us to do that. They're good enough, Matt. Good enough, I think.
Yeah, that's good, mate. That's good.
We'll try and upset their apple cart as best we can.
Yes.
All right, good try, Brocky.
All right, we'll have a good day, gents.
Thanks,
I thought I'd pop in and say hello. And no, all good. So it's good to see the Lilydale CFA boys down here as well. I thought it was a Lilydale side, but it's not. But that's fantastic that the CFA boys are getting involved as well. Especially as we spoke about earlier with Troy. I've got to walk past my own camera here. I'll tell everyone else off all day and I do it myself. As Troy alluded to before, Bowls Great for Brains is for people like CFA and Ambos and etc. So it's good to see them down here. And it looks like they're beating my Baronia boys, so that's all right. Good to get the Baronia boys on the live feed. Just say hello. So back at the desk now, so I'll swap back to my microphone. So, no, it's been a fantastic day down here at Chirnside Park. As everyone's alluded to, the weather's been absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have asked for better in terms of weather, to be honest, especially considering what Melbourne can be like at times. So somebody's grinning down on us and looking after us weather-wise. Now I'm just, because I haven't been around, I'm just trying to catch up on who's got what. I can't see. I'm sure you guys at home have been keeping track of who's holding what shots. But the way Karen's mob are going, it looks like she might be chasing some money, which I'll have to stir her about. Can't be having the likes of Karen Murphy turning up chasing money. And I say that jokingly, of course. If they happen to win best second game winners, good on them. So she's gone through a bit. So Colin was just saying to Johnny Clark then, still got a few, so this is looking all right. You might be just a bit quick, that's all, unless it sneaks around the corner. No. Karen just asking about weight. She started chasing it. I don't think she's sure of it now. Well, Lizzie's just popped in front of the camera. So, and I think Karen's gone through just with, yeah, I don't think she meant to add a metre of weight, but that's what she did. So they might be potentially down a few here. Now, for anybody watching, don't forget I'm available to live stream tournaments and the like, so get in contact with me via Facebook or through my YouTube channel. You can comment and we'll just see what the count is here. That's 2, I think, so far. And we've just ticked over the 3-hour mark on the live feed. Long day, again, when you're doing it by yourself, it can be a very long day. Righto, so Hillsville picked up a 2 there. So I might go quiet for a minute and try and move this table back again because I'm almost dead smack in the sun again. Rightio. So this side view might be impacted a little bit because of the gazebo, but there's not much I can do about that. I can't ask him to play short on purpose. So, but they've pretty much gone full length and they've put one in the drink already. Oh. No. So, and as you do, you see somebody put it in the drink and you get afraid and you drop it short. So, happens plenty enough, as we all know. We're all not, none of us are immune to doing that. At all. 2, 1, 2. I think Liz is going to pull up short again, unfortunately. Yeah, she didn't add enough weight, unfortunately. Here comes Steve Graham with his bowl. And that's, yes, it's going to be a good bowl there. Touch short, but might force a change of hand up the next end. And again, the Baronia boys in true form. Once you drop a game, your skip gets a sack. That's the general rule we play when we do tournaments. You drop a game as a skip, you get sacked. So that's why Wayne is skipping. I think Dale skipped the first one. So Stevie Graham wasn't far away on his last, and I don't think this is going to be much different. He's added a touch of weight So I think Annette's holding shot. So Annette's landed 2 of her bowls. Keeps Karen happy. Here comes Colin Lowe. What's he done? I think that's their bowl out the back. So he's done all right there. So again, I hope everyone at home is enjoying the feed. As I said, sorry that you have to listen to my boring voice all day. That's why I've been trying to get out and about, just get different people on. And that snuck through the hole for shot there by Rob. Well done. So I was hoping to get Daryl and Paul on the feed, but as we've alluded to, the boys are playing, so it's going to be a little bit hard, because once these games are over and done with, that will be the live streaming done. I know they were sort of wanting the presentation stream, but unfortunately I can't do that. Under different circumstances, I potentially could have, but unfortunately, the Wi-Fi at the country club isn't all that flash, so I'm having to stream via my iPad, which means I've only got a sort of limited range of where I can go with things. See what Johnny Clark can do from here. What's Johnny doing here? I think it's going to cut on him. Catches a bowl, he might get lucky. No. I think the better play here for Karen's to try and come on the forehand, because Annette's bowl's not only probably half a metre in front of Jack, so if she can get onto the group of bowls off to the left or get onto Annette's bowl, and she hasn't, she just cut it a bit thin. Yeah, if she got onto Annette's bowl, it would have been all right. But she's probably opened it up enough to snag shotty somewhere. A lot of people grabbing a lot of water today. It is, like I said, it's, and as we alluded to with I spoke about with staff, this carpet can get pretty hot on a decently warm day, and it's 26, 27 degrees at the moment as it is. add the residual heat off the carpet. So it actually topped 29 degrees a little while ago. So she doesn't want Kitty here. I don't think that's another one. I think this might only be the one. So I think that was just the one. I'm hazarding a guess that's just the one, but that puts Karen Murphy's side up 13-2. 11 shots on the last end is very handy. And the Jacks, I was going to try and turn the mic up so you could get a bit of what Karen's sort of saying to a team, but the Jacks too far forward, so we're not going to be able to pick much up at all. So it's up and back here on this game. I'm just... Actually, I've got this score the wrong way around by the look of it. You're saying, so it might be 3-13. Means they're up by 10. Yeah. Not a good start there by Steve Bull. That absolutely flew past. So... Liz bowled an absolute corker to start with. And she's not going to be far away again. No, it's just pulled up short on her. He's done it again, Steve. Just gone a bit too far past. And Net's been bowling well this game. So almost back at a... Get one pretty close again. Thank you, Kaz. No, I really am thrilled to be here, to be honest. Live streaming something like this for bowls, great for brains. As I said earlier, I got onto this about 15 months ago through Happy Bowler up in New South. He did a special on Facebook or streamed something about it. I think he did a special on it. And really tweaked my interest, and then when I caught wind of what was happening here, I put my hand straight up and said I'd be more than happy to live stream it. Again, any exposure for something like Bowls Great for Brains is good exposure. So again, as Troy was alluding to before, that first responders, defence people, etc. I must see some horrific things, through their lifetime, and it's no wonder. Sure. It's no wonder a lot of them suffer PTSD, and bowls is a great way to help out with that kind of thing. Actually, bowls is generally good for mental health, full stop. I know when I'm having a crappy day or a crappy week, sometimes I just go down and just quietly have a roll to myself and get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and just have a break. And it's also good to get out with your mates on a Saturday and a Tuesday or a Thursday, whenever you play, or even getting out doing social bowls on whatever day it is, or barefoot. It's just good to have a break from the everyday and just enjoy the social side of it as well. Great bowl here from Colin. And that is shot, I reckon. Yeah. So that's 2. So Karen's saying go through it like a freight train. I don't know what weight I know what weight he's got. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, he's bounced off that front pole and I think he's rolled in for shot. So not exactly what Karen was asking for, but I'm sure she'll take it. And now Colin Rose having a whack. I don't know if that's brought. I'm not sure whose bowl that's brought into play. So again, not knowing the bowls, it's hard to know who's holding shot with bowls, etc. So. So you'll see here, once Karen lines up exactly what she's going to do, she doesn't tend to muck around. She sort of gets on the mat and has a routine, but as I said, blink and you miss it. Now, I've got a funny feeling we're not going to be able to see anything here, unfortunately. Karen was trying to go through with a bit of weight there. See what Johnny Clark's going to do here. Going for the straight draw. He's just Karen's going to have another lick here, I reckon. No. She's definitely taken the weight off. She crashed into it. It was there or thereabouts. She probably needed to have a bit more weight on it to get under that bowl, but let's see what Johnny Clark has up his sleeve. Johnny Clark's just trying to draw here for another shot. And no, you're right. Yeah, I was going to say, if he's anything like Matty Clark, tends to like drawing a shot and then kicking the kitty out half a metre. Had a tendency to do that a couple of times lately. Oh no, I'll draw another shot. Bang. Whoops. Sorry. I'll fix it up. So I'll find out where this kiddie's going, move the camera and just go and have one final chat with Karen. So that was 2 shots to the Healesville guys, which closes the gap a bit. This will be the last end though, so I'll just move the camera around like so while I go and have a quick chat to Karen, then I'll come back and we'll close up for the afternoon. Rightio, here we go. We'll go down and see what Karen thinks of this game.
Go, Lizzie!
Go, Liz.
Go, Lizzie!
Lucky Liz.
Yeah, I'm not using this camera anyway, so it doesn't matter. Kez, how you going?
Yeah, guys have gone really good this afternoon.
Yeah,
so
this game's a lot better.
yeah, Rob's played really well. So Lizzie's the last 2 ends, she's been phenomenal.
Yes, she has. Yes, definitely.
Oh,
Oh,
toucher, yeah.
it's live.
Good thinking, Lizzie. Playing for. It's been good.
Now, Steph and I were saying before, you're surely not chasing the money for the best second game winner.
No.
Well, you looked like it there for a while. You were 11 in front.
We're much improved from the first game, though. So
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah. So no, we're not.
I don't know. Looking around, a lot of the
faces, mate.
a lot of the scores are pretty close. I don't know what's going on next door.
Next door's trying very hard. So.
Oh, hang on. Geez, they might get a clean sweep here. Yeah, no, that'll snag it, I think.
Yep. So they've been pretty hot, the Montmorency boys, I think.
Yeah.
I think the other team's been given the shot away when they've had it, which hasn't helped, apparently.
Yeah, I've got a tendency to do that too. I was just even saying with Johnny's last bowl, you know, when he's drawing in for another shot, I've had a tendency lately of drawing in for another shot, getting kitty and kicking it back half a metre to 2 bowls that are sitting back in the corner.
That was pretty confident of Liz there. She left the toucher on. So
Yeah. Should wipe it off. Did the right thing.
I will be wiping it off as soon as this young fella is bowled.
Yeah.
Pre-marked?
Come on, Turtle. She was just trying to save you a job, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you've had a good day.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. It's been great. Thanks for having us. And yeah, hopefully we've raised a bit of money for and raised awareness, even more importantly as well for you know, for mental health and.
Yes.
And Bowls Great for Brains, which is a wonderful initiative.
It is, and I see some of the Bowls Australia boys running around with videos and things, so I'm sure they'll do a special cut about it as well.
Promote it on socials and things. Yeah, it's really important just to get the word out there, and you know, we certainly need organisations like that to be able to spread the word and raise awareness. It's really important.
Yeah,
so.
I was talking to Brian Hellier early. And I think he mentioned Pascoe Vale's another club that's now taken it on out the west side of Melbourne.
Johnny? Yeah, that's right. And also my home club, where I first started playing bowls at Shoalhaven Heads, up on the south coast of New South Wales, are the same. So, yeah, the more that we can get around it and support it, and I think it's wonderful when clubs take it on board. You know, we've had a great day, haven't we, John? It's been awesome.
Yeah, no, it has been an awesome day.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good course.
Well, thanks for jumping on the feed and everything, Karen. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Matty. Have a good one.
All good. I'll go and have a quick word with Johnny. What's it like being playing against the gun, mate?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Lovely experience.
Oh, fantastic experience. Yeah,
She's an all right person too, I suppose.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gary was similar. All right bloke.
Yeah, well,
You know?
yes, yeah, they're both very personable.
Well, at the end of the day, it just shows between, you know, bums like you and I, and you've got someone like Karen. But we're all people at the end of the day, and we all enjoy bowls, and we all get along.
That's the winner, isn't it? We all enjoy bowls.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
All right, mate. Well,
good on you.
Well done. Good game today,
Cheers,
mate.
mate.
And enjoy your last end. Hang on, Gary's walking past. You can't walk past without saying hello, mate. Come on.
Yeah, we accommodated another team with a stunning loss. Local Peter and team, his front-end ladies, Anna and Shirley, were absolutely outstanding. Carried him all day by the sounds of things. So,
they did play very, very well.
Good game. So, yeah, great to be here, as I said before, and thanks for all your help, mate, and your support.
Mate. No, all good. All right. Thanks very much, Gary. No, well done, mate. No, glad we could catch Gary on the way through just to say thanks and hello and goodbye. So again, it's been wonderful to be able to go out and speak to, a lot of people at the end of the day, and speak to these high-level players and see how they go about it. And I'll try and get to the iPhone view so you can see what the head looks like. And there we go. Just to give you a better idea rather than watching my ugly mug on the screen. But again, that's the wonderful thing, as Johnny was just saying. Then it's the wonderful thing about lawn bowls. You can bowl with the elite all the way through to the beginners, and at the end of the day, we're all just here to have fun and enjoy ourselves. And yes, of course, it can get a little bit competitive, as you'd expect. But at the end of the day, it's just good to get out, have a roll, as we all enjoy. Most of the teams now on the grass are finishing up. Karen and Johnny walk down the other end to throw their bowls down.
I'll do the right thing and walk around the back, unlike some people.
Hey, people have done wonderful things today, knowing that there's a camera and microphones and stuff set up here. They're being very polite and as they go past, which is always a bonus. So there's a hell of a lot of people up and around the back now, which you'd expect, because they've all finished up. But we'll last 4 bowls of the day. Yeah, thanks, Clarkie. No, it's been a lot of fun, mate. I didn't think I'd in my day be able to interview Matt Kennedy, the likes of a Matt Kennedy, CEO of Bowls Australia, and Karen Murphy and Gary Willis. Never thought in my wildest dreams I'd have access to those kind of people. So it's been an awesome experience for me to be able to live stream and do different things, like go out and interview people live on the green. We'll see what Karen's done here. She's going to sneak around that bowl. I don't think she's going to pull up in time. Well, she nearly got to the kitty. So I think Johnny Clark's just going to look for a draw here. He's just yelled out, "No wait." So, not the kind of bowl you want to put down for your last, but it does happen. And here's Karen Murphy's bowl for the last of the day. Oh, this is looking good. Is it going to sneak home? I think it's pulled up just short. Righto, so that's 2 to the Hillsville group to make it 7-13 to end the day. So, on behalf of myself, Matt Clark, Chirnside Park, bowls great for brains. We appreciate everybody watching and listening in. Thank you very much for your comments. I've been reading them. It's been a wonderful, wonderful day. So that'll be it from us. If you're interested in the results and how they all panned out, I'm sure Chirnside Park Country Club will be posting something on their socials just to let everyone know the results of the day. No, thank you, Kaz. I'm glad you enjoyed watching the live stream. So that's it for me. Until next time, stay safe, everybody, and enjoy your bowls.
This episode of Match Jackson Balls is proudly brought to you by Hooded Life, your one-stop shop for all your bowling club needs, both on and off the green, in collaboration with Bowlswear Australia. Best service, best products, competitive prices. Go to www.hoodedlife.com.au and get hooded.